director of the facility, can we speak to you?
Trying to get some answers tonight from the director of the Juvenile Detention Center at the center of controversy. New documents and allegations exposed. Our troubleshooters continue investigating, trying to get to the truth. Welcome to Wave News at 6. I'm John Bowl.
And I'm Myra Ansari. In our latest investigation, we pull back the curtain to show you what the internal investigative records reveal.
In some cases, confirmation of disturbing claims. But as Wave troubleshooter Natalia Martinez reports, some of the documents raise even more concerns.
Especially when you look at when some of the alleged abuse was reported to a supervisor. The old who knew what when. You decide for yourself.
From a corrections officer admitting to kissing an underage girl in one state facility to kids punished with pepper spray in another. Incidents now in writing in internal reports from Kentucky's Department of Juvenile Justice obtained through open records requests.
It's truly been heart-wrenching and disgusting.
What I saw at Adair County was child abuse. There is no doubt.
Joanne Alvarado and Beth Johnson were two nurses at the Juvenile Detention Center in Adair. They both quit because of the conditions. Almost 1 year after our first investigations, they're still sounding the alarm. They came to the Adair County Courthouse to support a teenage girl who they say became a victim of the state's care. The hearing was pertaining to her criminal case.
This is not right.
The hearing came as troubleshooters obtained new records from the Campbell County Detention Center about Neil Mormon, a corrections officer later fired, accused of having relationships with at least one teen inmate, documents state. The DOJ's investigative records include interviews of teens talking about love letters and witnessing Mormon kissing and groping girls. Many mention the hygiene room as a place where cameras couldn't see. And on page 40, Mormon himself admits to kissing one of the girls, though he said it was only 3 times.
I was sick when I saw what happened at Campbell County.
The documents we obtained state several employees were suspicious of Mormon ever since he graduated the training academy in April. In this email, the state's spokesperson said the DJJ didn't know about the sexual allegations until May 31st. The same day, they said the assistant superintendent removed Mormon and called Kentucky State Police. But take a look at these internal documents. The same assistant superintendent tells investigators she'd been on medical leave from May 16th through the 30th. When she got back, she told investigators she asked why Mormon was still there. Several other employees also said they spoke to then Superintendent Craig McWhorter about Mormon, but it fell on deaf ears. One person said they were instructed to write grievances instead of incident reports, which are recorded and tracked. The discrepancies about who knew what when doesn't surprise Johnson. She said her former boss at the Adair facility, Tanya Burton, would write up reports with another spin. It's something described in this lawsuit against the department.
Tanya Burton said to me after I saw something occur and heard from witnesses. That's not the way I heard it.
Those allegations are also reflected in the lawsuit against the Department of Juvenile Justice.
Do you think there's been cover-ups?
I know there's been cover-ups.
DOJ records obtained about Adair by the Lexington Herald Leader talk about kids being pepper sprayed by staff as a form of punishment, some not being allowed to wash it off for 30 minutes.
You did an investigation. You found everything that we said. But instead of changing things, you gave promotions, titles, and weapons to the same people that were misusing them.
Alvarado was talking about Governor Andy Beshear, who in December issued pepper spray to juvenile detention officers after violent riots resulted in one teen girl being raped and another employee in ICU.
It is a challenge keeping order when they understand you don't have defensive weaponry and they understand what tactics you have or don't have to establish that order. Ensuring the safety of our workers is the only way we have enough workers.
Alvarado said not every employee should have been armed with pepper spray or promoted, like now Captain Anthony Vickery. In this lawsuit, that's who Alvarado claims violently twisted a girl's arm through the door slot. The child had been begging for help, the documents say, but Alvarado claimed Vickery's description of what happened was a work of fiction.
If you want change, you have to fix the problem. You have to hold people accountable.
That accountability could have come from Captain Vickery's boss.
Can we speak to you for a moment?
Also, Johnson's former boss, Tanya Burton.
As the director of the facility, can we speak to you? Do you have anything to say?
She happened to show up at the same hearing.
Do you not take responsibility for the problems that have happened in Adair? Do you have anything to tell us?
Burton sped away without a single word. No surprise to her former employees.
And it's very frustrating, disheartening, and it's wrong. I mean, they're kids.
They are still begging for someone to step in, the Attorney General, the FBI, or the DOJ, who are aware of the documented problems. The DOJ told us they can't confirm or deny any investigation, but we can tell you they haven't spoken to any of our whistleblowers, Alvarado and Johnson included.
The problem with speaking truth to power is that when you're finished with the whole thing, you're left with the truth, and they're still left with the power.
In a statement for this story, the Justice Cabinet said it does not appear any employees notified IBB, that's the investigative branch, or documented their general concerns in writing before that date, May 31st. The former superintendent also did not report those verbal concerns or took further action, they acknowledged. Lastly, they updated us and said that Captain Vickery, the guy accused of twisting that girl's arm in the lawsuit, was demoted to Lieutenant August 11th. Natalia Martinez, Wave News.